feel what this thing feels like. I want to experience it. So, I one that I hopefully won't regret. Damn, that is a big penny. By the way, this is what you paid with, by the way. This is a penny. This is an actual penny. Here's a normal penny. Here's a Wheatie. Damn, that's a big penny. Give me a second. Oh god. I just absolutely... What did I just do? I don't know. I did something, but, you know... The bad thing is that I can't case it. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. We can now shift. We can now shift under 3 block gaps. So boom, can't go into this. Now I can. Pretty sure that's been waited on for a while. Oh god. I could do watching this. I spent 100 days in medieval.
Entire thing.
Extra hard studying calls for something extra. So you serve up DiGiorno fully
Meth.
stuffed crust pizza.
Absolute meth.
Thing. On a true to life medieval chair made of solid wood and a sharp. Finally, start building. Mustard Manor. Yeah, but there was one little small problem. I suck at building, and I want to get better. So I thought the best way to learn how to build better would be to follow a guide and try to learn from it. So for this build, I'll be following Big Tony MC's guide on how to make a medieval mansion. I got a link to it in the description. It is a absolute beautiful piece of architecture, right? You see this thing and you think, wow, that is something I want to build, right? So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. The very first step was to set up the basic layout of the structure, which was one big L. To do this, I used stone bricks and oak logs. After I got the basic shape done, I went back and removed some stone bricks and replaced them with mossy stone bricks that I had stolen from my tower, because I figured this would look a little bit better, and also because that's exactly what the guide says to do. So I didn't figure that. He told me to do it, right? I don't know why I'm trying to say that I figured. What am I saying? The next step was to add more oak logs around the perimeter of this thing to give it some depth and just make it not a flat, boring wall. And I learned something here. I always assumed that what you did on the outside, you would have to do on the inside. So these oak logs would need to be replicated on the inside in their exact same positions, just mirrored. But this layout doesn't allow me to do that cleanly. So I would have never tried to build something in this shape. Which is dumb, because clearly you can build in this shape. Turns out you don't need to put the log on the inside in the same position. I don't know if that makes sense, but I learned something here, alright? Which is good to know. Anyways, I got all the logs up, and I lit some torches around where I was working. Look how many zombies are in there get the door up, right? You need a door. What is a house without a door? It's not a house. It's just a bunch of stuff. That's what I always say, alright? So I got the door set up. I put it right here. I closed it in and placed down a cobblestone block for it. Then I used a spruce door. Next up was to
Yeah, I've
bring
been
the walls,
coin
bring up the
collecting
walls, make them higher,
the past
put
few
down
days.
more doors and some windows. The tutorial called for using black stained glass. Which
Maybe I will
stained glass
celebrate
right?
sword
I
subs
looked
by
up how you do
uploading a
that.
video.
Turns out you gotta go slaughter some octopuses, so I killed
Octopi.
an octopus, got the ink sac, used the ink sac on the glass that I got from the beach. It doesn't matter. You know how you get glass, right? I'm not gonna explain that. I got this black stained glass, but when crucial for me to get set up and working. But it's just a farm. I don't need to explain that. It's very boring, right? I put down the water, and then I added the crops around the water. Started growing them, right? This is more interesting. Look at this. Put it up the windows, right? Getting some windows put up around the place. Even though I don't like the black glass at this point, still putting them up, getting the job done, you know. So I put the rest of the windows up. I added some trap doors. And they started bringing up the walls a few more blocks. I was trying to use a blend of stone bricks, moss, and some, like, I guess polished stone. I don't know what it's called, just to give it a little bit more texture. Look at all these guys just hanging out in my. I had to kill all of those plague citizens. I mean, cure them, all of them, and there was a lot of them. It was starting to stress me out. When things were more calm, though, I resumed work on the manor. Next step was to add some upside-down staircases that would later become a balcony here. Then it was time to start adding battlements as trim or an edge to this thing. And that was done by putting down a pattern of slabs and full stone bricks. Lastly, there were spruce planks that would act as a floor. Then I continued to trim the entire layout with these spruce planks, which I assume would be covered up later, but I had no idea how that was going to happen. This was another thing that I would never do, so I was excited to see how Chunky MC was going to cover. Wait, his name is not Chunky MC, it's Big Tony.
Yeah,
Why did I write Chunky MC? Who is Chunky? It doesn't matter. I was excited to see how this would get covered up and where this was going, because I was learning a lot here. The next day I just continued doing this, added more wood trim. This was followed by repeatedly breaking my legs by increasing the height of the oak log supports. Oops. And once I got those oak log towers nice and high, I had to put down some horizontal oak logs across them to make some disturbing news. Blood moon. No. What are you doing here? Slugging back potions. My poor house is already they're all spawning there. They're going to the corner because that's where the water is or something. A whole group of them coming this way. Why are they all bunching up there? There's so many coming. Look at this. Oh! I dealt with the Blood Moon by safely killing all of the plagued citizens from inside my tower with
Main curing.
And I was very happy to get all that XP, which would be very, very useful. Sun's coming up. How many zombies we got in there? One. Okay. Now I do this. Put this here.
Back to school already? It's July! It's not even August yet! Please don't do this to me. I like college. Or, so far, I'm liking the idea of college, but I don't want to experience it yet.
And that. Alright, how's it going, everyone? I got some work to do. I was getting kind of fed up with these torches that were going out, so earlier on, I don't know if I mentioned this, I went and stole a redstone lamp from one of the dungeons. This thing is great because it will not go out, which is very useful, so I placed it down outside of the manor, and now I got a nice little light source out here. It's not very pretty, but at least it's going to keep the place nice and lit up. The next phase was to build the other balcony in the front. To frame it, I placed oak logs and extended them outwards to the 2 oak logs that I placed in front of the building. Then, the next step was to put down spruce slabs in the gaps, which would act as a floor. I like the look of this. It's very clean. It has depth. It has a nice amount of area. I usually make balconies way too big, so I'm going to take a note of it that my balconies do not need to be giant, massive, flat surfaces. You can just have a nice, clean balcony like this. Also, you might be thinking, hey, you know all that gold gear you're getting from zombies? What are you doing with that, Sean? You making use of that? And the answer is yes, of course. I'm taking all the gold I get from all the, plagued citizens, and I'm putting it in a furnace and melting it down into golden nuggets, which I can then convert 9 into to get one single gold brick. So, it wasn't a lot, but any amount of gold is useful, alright? A man always needs gold. Always needs it in his chest. Don't even worry about me. I'm a man who's taking care of myself. Speaking of which, before going to bed that night, I used the XP that I got from the Blood Moon to get my defense up to level 16. Yes! Finally, level 16, which means I could finally use diamond armor. So I made a chest piece and a helmet. Then I was back to work the next day, day 35. I needed to make some of the vertical oak logs look better. So spruce stairs were used to make this just look a little bit better. And again, I learned that instead of forcing wood types to be all the same, you can sometimes get a better match. In this case, using spruce stairs and oak logs. It gets you a very similar color, and therefore it blends very nicely. And speaking of blending, I blended this man's brain by putting a halberd into it. I continued putting up staircases. Once those were done, I made the front door look a lot nicer by replacing some of the dirt with cobblestone to give it a more dirty stone look. A nice little entryway. Day 36. Speaking of 36, my legs had finally healed from breaking them 36 times previously, so I broke them 36 more times by raising up more oak logs. What I learned here was that you can the ones that touch the ground. They're actually one block back, which is good because sometimes I make my builds look bad at the expense of them having to make physical sense, in the sense that the log needs to be on top of the log, which you don't have to do. I don't know why I forced myself to do that previously. The next phase was getting the proper walls up. But here's where my first challenge was with this tutorial. To get the medieval look, the second floor of the manor needed some sort of white wall. The guide wanted me to use calcite, except in this version of Minecraft, calcite doesn't exist. So I figured that I would use polished, what is it called? Polished
diorite.
Diorite? Is that what I'm an idiot. I can't read. Diorite. I figured I'd use this because it was kind of white. But when I put it down, I didn't like the look of it at all. Yeah, I don't know if that... But you know what? Thank God that I randomly installed a bunch of medieval mods in this mod pack. One of them included all of these blocks, which were perfect for this thing. To make them, you need a building tool, which is just 2 sticks and some stone. Then you put wood on top of it, and boom, you've got timber wood. It starts as plain timber, but if you run it through the crafting bench a few times, you can get different patterns. I made 2 patterns, one of them with an X and one was plain. And I tried both of them, and I decided that I like the X more, so that's what I'll be using in place of calcite in this build. So I continued building. By nightfall, I was mostly done. Starting to look good. Starting to look very, very good. A polite citizen. Yeah, I can hear the miracle. Well, it wouldn't be a nice night without... Well, pretty good impression, eh? Almost like I did all the voices for these things. On day 37, very simple day. I just did some farming and some other... Honestly, I can't remember what I did. Just farming. The next layer called for some more spruce planks, so I trimmed the entire structure with spruce planks. Then it was onto the front door. The front door had this high ceiling with a steep roof. To get it, I needed to build upwards further with the timber frame blocks in an almost triangle-like pattern where each row gets a little shorter and shorter. So I just followed the guide and did what the man told me to do, and it looked very good by the end of it. It was much higher than I'd ever normally build. I always feel like I'm not building high enough, so it's good to know that if you think you're going high, go higher. Good. However, I made a few small mistakes, which I later fixed, and then I started on what would later become the big grand window to let light in. Then it was on to raising the walls around the rest of the structure to be even higher, which I did with more timber blocks.
What's up, homie?
Lastly, I needed the back of this place to match the front, so...
I'm gonna sleep in your room because it's hotter than Satan's taint up in my
Dad's room because Dad left the fucking window open.
What the heck?
What?
I just put down the substation.
Was that all on stream?
Mm-hmm. That's a substation. I'm already...
Jesus Christ.
What?
Went up there and tried to sleep. It's like, oh, I'm in Satan's asshole.
You want to see what a penny looked like from the 1800s?
No, I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. God. Jesus. How about lead poisoning?
That's like OG penny right there.
1852. That's what. 1862. No? 1852.
1852.
I'm just lying on my glasses. Damn, this thing's older than the Civil War.
Yeah.
What's that?
By the way, here's a...
You got to keep this?
Yeah, I found this, but look. Look at the freaking corner next to it.
Okay, how did you get to keep this?
I bought it for $20. Let's see if it runs. And there's my vinyl over there to make sure no hacker is spying on my ass. And just like my sense of humor, it's dead. Back in the couch crevice you go.
God.
I just cram it into whatever I find.
That's what she said. That's what I did to your mom.
Did you see what I... Did you see the china cabinet?
Yeah, it looks really nice.
The penny book is missing now. I just need another one. I love the
Nice.
state quarters. Here's the top is quarters. Here's like 38, 64, which are all silvers.
69.
Here's 65, is 98, 99 to 2009, 2010 to 21.
Damn, you almost got that one filled.
Yeah. And what coin am I missing? 69D.
How easy is that one to find?
Let's see.
Pretty easy.
Honey. It's got rarities.
What's rare about it?
Not really that rare. I found a few probably before. And here's nickels, so you can see that the earth.
Nipples.
You just can't say that word over and over and over and over.
Nipple, 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 nipple.
No!
You can't. It's hard. Nipple, 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 nipple. What?
No.
What are you laughing at?
It's just.
Dude, your hair looks gray.
Super proud of Minecraft. And then here's the wheat penny book you gave me.
Wheat penny?
I'm watching a video where this guy is hardcore and he's surviving a medieval plague. And there's a guy called Big Tony MC. Oh, that's a bicentennial.
Nice.
There's more where that came from.
This
Bicentennial.
sort of looks like a meth lab setup down here, dude.
Yeah, there's more bicentennial tax dollars for where that came from. Wait, maybe it's right. I'm thinking about taking my 2005 half dollar, drilling a hole through it just to make a necklace. I'm gonna one day pay for a McDonald's meal in half dollars. So they're like, what? Well, legally, yes, you can do that. You're in your right to do that. Technically, you could still use a
You're probably too stupid to know what a $50 equals.
what's it called? You can use this. You can even use the old OG half cents. Yes, they made half pennies.
Are you serious?
Yes, they made half pennies back in like the 1790s. They stopped because everybody didn't like them recently, so. Here's the thing about this. This mic is so sensitive. You can sense on my headphones even if I have it on low volume. So I got scared when I started getting to my Lindemann songs.
Back wall needed to come up more. Except on this one, instead of it being a big window, there'd be 2 doors. Getting huge.
There's someone called Tony MC. He makes this pretty good mansion. medieval mansion. Power, like the power systems actually work. Like, you can literally destroy a power line, and it will destroy the power for a certain place. Wiring it, and here's a substation toggle switch, toggle array. Route power into here. Dude, you know, always keep quarters and dimes, 1964 or anything older. Look at this absolute hoard of silver dimes. I found all these dimes in one box. Check it out. Here, I'll bring them over to a table. Check it out. Have you seen these? Have you seen these before, Sierra? Here, listen to their impact. Look at them. And you'll even notice these are all silver. They're 90% silver. You'll even notice here's some mercuries.
Jesus.
I have a few mercuries. These are the dimes that came before Roosevelt. Here's another one. There's two more I can see. Right, there's three. Never seen these before? This is one of the older types of dime. Ever seen a mercury dime before? No, that's actually Liberty. She just has a winged hat on. Yes, like, see how they're all gray, and you take some normal dimes.
Yeah, come on.
Now listen, ready? Ready? Oh god. They make different.
That's more of a tingy noise.
Yeah. And I got lucky some other time. And I found something I didn't think I'd find in the roll. I wasn't finding any weeklies. Found an Indian head though.
Yeah.
If you don't know, those are like 1859 to oh my god, that is old. Look at that. What was that? Oh my god! Alexa, what's today's date?
Today is Friday, July 14th.
That is one? Oh my god, that's like almost exactly, let's see, 7, 13, 20. Wait. 15, 13, 20?
It's 3 years old.
That looks way older than that. Oh wait, it goes way back, 2014. Oh, well, that's the phone number.
2012.
2012.
2012.
That's not how old it is.
Biggest Minecraft house I've ever built.
Like cold process soap is different than regular.
Alright.
Alright.
Thanks for letting me sleep in your room.
Yeah, welcome.
I'm gonna move your shoe out here.
By far. Look at that mansion going up. Incredible.
Next up was to bring oak logs even higher. These things were getting, nutty.
Looking really good though.
This
Can
man
I use
chose
stairs?
Very talented man, knows exactly how to make stuff look good. This place was looking very good. I needed more wood though, so for staircases, we need a lot of those things. These arches were getting high, and the higher the things got, the more difficult it was to work.
How great that looks.
I spent most of the day cutting down trees, making this useless scarecrow thing, and then making more of the front of the manor look nice. I next step was to add a flower bed under each of the windows. But this man, Chunky MC, he was in creative and very easy, just place down a grass block. However, when you're me and you're playing in survival with a bunch of plagued citizens around you, not so simple. You got to use regular dirt, and then you got to build a staircase up to that dirt. So that's exactly what I did. No, I didn't actually. I just put it down. I think I thought that grass would grow on it eventually. So that's good. It was also a plague spread night, so I had to fight off a horde. I cured an absurd amount of plagued citizens that night.
Crunch, thwop, ouch.
The halberd is effective because it allows me to keep my distance between myself and the plague. And right now the plague, it is getting rough. It has a 70% chance of spreading on contact right now. So basically, if any of these things so much as touch me, I become one infected man. I did not want that to happen.
And he got infected.
Hey, this was not good. I only had one golden apple left, and with that infection, it would mean that I would not have any. And without any gold, a single touch from a plague citizen would very likely mean my death. So I spent the rest of that night fighting them off, and I ate my golden apple in the morning. I needed to shift my focus now to getting gold, and therefore more golden apples. Instead, I made this stupid thing. Oh. That target dummy scared me like 30 times. Currently, I only had 6 gold and 7 nuggets, so I needed a little, it's just a tiny bit more. I also needed an apple, because at this point my apples were all gone. And I'm, yeah.
Alright, I don't know if it's gonna take me a short time. I need to focus on the house. Houses. It's just 5 more. Trust me, this will take like 6 hours because I'm slow. Listen, try that with ADHD and building a large city. Then come back and talk to me, okay?
Further down the river, I found an exposed dungeon, and I thought maybe I could pop inside and find a chest somewhere, not far in, maybe even in light, and grab some gold. But all I found that it was going to be a blood moon, and I wasn't even home.
No, this is the... Okay, this couldn't get worse.
So what I did was I got in my boat, set sail into the middle of the river, and just waited it out.
Look how many there is now. Oh. Everywhere you go, there's just so many flying out of the woods. Okay, so I'll just keep sailing looking for a village.
In the morning, my plan was to climb into the mountain ahead of me and see what was on top of it. But there was a horde of plagued in front of me. And this would be my greatest challenge yet. Getting around these things without getting infected.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sail around them. That's exactly how I'm gonna do that problem.
And I was waiting. So I climbed the ice wall, used my pickaxe. Pretty good use of the pickaxe. Yeah, we'll use this thing to climb. When I got up, I very carefully approached the castle.
Actually, there's gold in here. A lot of spawners.
That sounds vile.
Look, breaking down all the doors. There's a door right here? What's going on? It's freaking my dog out.
I don't like the sound of them banging on doors like that. managed to get one. There was nothing in there. Nothing useful. I mean, I'm sure there was something useful, but there was no gold. Right? I needed gold. But I started thinking that the good loot must be on top of the castle. It must be up there. So my plan was to climb up and hopefully through a window get some stuff. So that's what I did. I got up to the balcony, secured the doors, and started looking for chests. Nothing. So I went higher and I still found nothing. I tried to push my luck by going down into the castle.
Oh. Relax. There was a chest there, though. Okay.
That's problematic.
My heart is pounding right now. And I don't entirely. Why are they trying to get to me? Look how many just came out of the castle. They're still coming out. I've never done this before.
This place was crawling with plagued citizens. Just look at this.
Oh my
The
god.
castle's just loaded.
It is loaded.
But I really needed gold. And night was falling. In one of the windows previously, I saw that there was beds in one of the rooms. I figured that I could hop into one of those rooms, grab a bed, pull it out, and sleep outside to pass the night and not get infected. So I went back up, found the bed, got in there, secured the room, and I actually thought that I'd be able to sleep with like 70 plague people banging on the doors next to me.
The spawners.
I spent the evening trying to slowly push further and further into the castle by carefully clearing and blocking rooms off one by one. I thought that if I was extremely careful, constantly checked my back, secured all rooms, and used torches, I would be safe in doing this. And I had to be, because I had no golden apples, and if any of these many plagued citizens even so much as touched me, it would likely mean my death, and I would need to restart this entire thing. So I treaded very carefully.
Remember, just one of these things touches me. It's pretty much over for me. Oh!
Oh my god. That's scary.
I can sleep definitely all the way over here. Oh, it's interesting that if I go right here, they leave. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
This game is lagging. He just got hit. It's over.
Okay. 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 That's not good at all. That is not good.
And then somehow It's Ryan plagued citizen got in and infected me with one single touch. I needed gold and I needed it now. You see that timer at the top, how it says 8 minutes? Forget that. It's not. It's 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes and the plague moves on to the next stage. That means I had 9 minutes total to find gold or die.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I could do that. You know that map he's flying, I couldn't find gold by my highest point.
Oh no! You're kidding.
Hello. I'm gonna take a picture of my china cabinet. It's absolutely beautiful. Minecraft. Wait. Wait a second. Oops, I clicked the Disney Plus app thinking that it was actually the PS app. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god. Huh. Yeah. Huh. 6, 9 o'clock. God. Check it out. It took from the top left. The top third is all quarters. The first segment is 38 to 64. Then it goes 65 to 98. Then it goes 1999 to 2009, and it goes to 2010 to 2021. And the bottom row, 1909 to 1959 or 1958 or wheat pennies. And then I'm waiting. Now it'll be 59 to 1998. And that's that section. And it goes nickels. It's 38 to 38. It's all for the top. It's all the one on the right of wheat. The pennies is 38 to 2023 nickels. By the way, the first third of that collection is hard as hell to do. And the bottom left is 1965 to 2023 dimes. And then the bottom right is 1964 to 2003 half dollars. That is going to take a long time to complete, especially the quarters. Somewhere. I like how you just see the current state of my apartment, which is just junk in the middle section. I'm gonna put my proof sets there. I'm not kidding you. It looks like a meth house down here, but with coins. There are coins everywhere. There's coins on the desk I'm streaming on. There's coins on this table. There's coins on my kitchen table. There's also cash. There's like an old 100, an old 1,000. Or nope, that's stupid. Imagine if I had a $1,000 bill. I need to make those. I think they did. I'm on my country. This horse is stuck in this house. Now, my tip of killing Elder Guardians. Now, the difficult thing about killing Elder Guardians is not the fight that they possess, it's getting to them. Elder Guardians hide them. There is approximately 3 Elder Guardians located in every single ocean monument. You have about 2, so this adds up to 6. Plus 1 that's off in your northern seas, and this adds up to 9. Now, if you don't know already, if you approach an ocean monument, you're going to be struck by mining fatigue 3. And when I say you cannot mine, even with high power equipment, you cannot mine. Be ready for it. Now, on peaceful mode, there is no option. So if you want to cheat a little bit and get around it, all you gotta do is mine out a few areas, make it easier to get around in your ocean temple, and then all you gotta do is just find and destroy the guardians. Oh shoot, maybe you have to actually explore the monument in normal. My biggest tip to actually allow you to explore a temple: sponges, if you can get them, if you've explored one in peaceful. Sponges, plus a cow in a milk bucket, and furnace, and a lot of fuel. And water breathing, conduit power, or rest. Do not even go and think about exploring without using those tools, because you will die. Ocean monuments for early players are dangerous. However, you have a hardware that should be fitted to explore these quite well.
I didn't think I just Lucky's at home. Oh,
He found an outpost.
where's the gold? Where's the gold? Are you kidding me? Was
Mate.
that such a joke? What is this, a cemetery? Obelisk? There's a house there. Please have gold. Why would there just be gold in a random house? Just one gold.
You probably
And
go.
a name tag and bones. I don't know what to do. Do I mine? I'm gonna have to mine. Oh, I'm running out of time. I have to find gold here. I need one piece of gold.
One of the most classic and iconic ways to carry a firearm is with a shoulder rig.
That's cool. I love that.
Yeah, literally one piece of gold. I'm on infection 3. What? Oh, because it takes less time now.
Yeah, he better go. To find gold and cure his infection before he dies, and he's on like day 44. Oh my god. Forge Labs, he has like only a few minutes to get cured, or else he's done. And he has to be put into the forever box.
Right there.
Gold!
I have gold.
All he needs is he needs to get a furnace and get fuel. Crafting table. Put water down! Furnace. Furnace, come on. Get fuel. Okay, while you're waiting, put water down. While you're waiting, put water down. Put water down.
Come on.
Yes, he got a apple. And there's a plague.
Oh. Oh.
There's plague citizens literally
Oh my
watching him.
God. Oh.
That was insane. This guy
I'm
was.
shaking right now. I'm shaking. Oh.
He just. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm hardcore.
not today. Not today, my man. No way. Oh. You thought I was joining you. Not a chance. I don't even know how I'm gonna get out of this right now.
I ate that golden apple with just 34 seconds to spare. But now I needed to get out of here alive. My first move was to kill the plague within the immediate area with my halberd. Next, I secured the area by using some torches. With the area lit up, I was starting to see how much gold was in this cave.
More gold over there. More gold there.
This is a good opportunity. He should exploit this.
Oh, there's so much gold in here.
A while away.
Okay, I gotta get all the gold then. More gold right there. Alright, starting to feel like things are gonna be A-okay.
I didn't want to leave the cave without all this gold. First, I got the gold underwater. Then I got the gold above the lava. Then further into the cave, I got the gold. So then there was some more in the water, and then there was some more in the cave. I was just trying to get as much gold as I could. But all of this mining was drawing a lot of
Not
attention.
anymore.
Someone's throwing potions that I don't know where from. They're getting closer. They're just whipping potions down here. What is that? What are you doing?
Breaking your Legos? What a jerk. Coin collecting, getting my coins booked. If you don't know, I'm gonna give you one of these books. I will give you $500 if you complete it, and it's hard. Like, hard to do it. Like, 1909 to 1941 pennies. Yes, you already know why it's hard, probably. 1909 BDB with only 484,000 pennies minted. Here. S. Okay, let me read this to you. Ready? No, let's see, like 1912 P 68 million, 1911 101 million, 1910 147 million, 1909 73 million, 1909 VDB 28 million, 1909 VDBS 484,000. Today, it is the lowest minted penny, aside probably from the 2019 W. It is one of the lowest penny years ever minted on the Lincoln cent, and many sets are deemed almost impossible to get because of how it's almost impossible to do. You can do jack.
I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here.
So I dug my way out, and only a few blocks away from the cabin, I emerged. I got in there and started smelting some stuff and went to bed. I looked at the map. I wasn't as far from home as I thought. And while I was peeping around in the menus and stuff, I noticed that silver granted a damage bonus against undead. This very...
I'm gonna say it's don't invest in that. They used to go like 1 emerald per bookshelf, and now they will never do it again in my world. I don't want to be the party pooper. Don't do that. In my opinion, the best way to get infinite emeralds, look up a way to make an auto pumpkin farm, and then just use that. Because once you make an auto pumpkin farm, or like an auto melon, even those two combined, you're set. I will warn you. They also sell for like 4 emeralds per bookshelf. You know, it's a really great way to transfer obsidian. You just have to fork over a bunch of your eyes. That's how 2v2T players do it. They transfer obsidian by vendor. I will say I like your idea and plan of thinking. It's a very good idea, but I will warn you that it used to occur. Like, I used to get infinite emeralds and they will never trade back. I've done everything. I've waited like absolute months for them to do it. They will not do anything. They just sit there and keep their bargain. So I'm trying to save you time, because time is essence. Time is a man's ultimate currency is time. With enough time, you can do anything. With enough time, I can build my city. With enough time, I could go out and drive into certain districts. You know, you get the point. Time is of the essence.
Very, very, very useful knowledge. I didn't want to go home just yet. While I was in this interesting area, I wanted to see if there was anything worth grabbing. So I left the cabin, had a look around, and didn't really find anything besides this graveyard, which kind of looks cool for this area, but there was nothing really.
Oh, I hate that. In the rare cases, I don't charge my headphones because I'm an idiot. That has to happen.
I grabbed my gear and left. I thought I could avoid the castle by climbing up the side of this glacier over here and then running around it. And I used my map to kind of chart my path. I still did climb off this one and onto another one, but it was pretty much smooth sailing all the way back to my house. I was very happy to make it home alone. So I have a ton of gold now, but I don't have apples. And honestly, I'm embarrassed to admit that I still don't know how to reliably get apples in Minecraft. But I looked it up, and it seems that you just need to cut down oak trees.
Dude, Chicago, like the day before yesterday, it was a very bad day. There was like 3 tornadoes that hit. Chicago just sucks. POV 2023, there'd be tornadoes in the hood. One of the tornadoes generated a rainbow, which I know how to generate a rainbow. Okay, I'm gonna challenge you to do this. Right? Do you have one of those nozzles at your home, like for the hose, that does mist? Okay, here's what you need to do. Fire the mist upwards and look at and on a sunny day at different angles, and you should be able to get a rainbow. You see, the reason why you'll never ever be able to reach the end of a rainbow is because it literally is from your perspective. If you go closer to the rainbow, it's only, like, you're not going to get any closer because it's going to be always at the same distance. Which means, let's say you have the rainbow, which is point A, and you're at point B, which is south. People north of the rainbow may not even be able to see that the rainbow is occurring. You have to be standing in a certain area, and the moisture of the air has to be just perfect in order for the rainbow to be generated. A rainbow is a representation of the entire spectrum of color. At your least powerful points, you have things like reds and oranges. At your most powerful, you have blues and violets. Which is why ultraviolet light is so powerful, because purple is a powerful color. It is so powerful that when it's as a light, it can strain your eyes, which is why blue and purple light can strain your eyes faster than red light. Red light is less powerful. The reason why red is such a good color is that red lights do not consume a whole lot of power. However, the bad thing about red lights is that they are not very bright. However, white lights are all colors and all the powerful lights that you can get.
Around here, but the ones that I've cut down did not give me apples. They needed to be the regular Minecraft ones. So I planted some near the house.
Have you ever had that happen where you were playing with the hose and you accidentally generated a rainbow from your perspective, and it fades away very quick. I've done that so many times. It's so
This
cool.
thing, not only does it give you a damage bonus against undead, but it also has reach 2 and sweep. So that
He's
is-
making a
that is
great
perfect
sword.
for all of them.
Oh my God, Wyatt! You know the Irish? The Irish used to make these giant swords. I'm just saying, like, these swords were like a meter long. They were as long as your door is wide. I'm talking giant swords. Like, you couldn't swing them that much, but when you hit something with these things, they were gonna for sure die. They're called great swords or claymores, if I'm not wrong. There's some in Terraria. Yeah, they're two-handled giant ass swords. And they are big. They are big swords. These swords can whoop people.
So I made one.
When you wash your body, do you use a moldy loofah, a dirty washcloth, or you're that guy that just uses their hands while only scrubbing?
No.
And the next day I tried it out on some plague, cured them with it. And wow, this is truly beautiful.
I'm so slow. It's taking me 30 minutes, but this...
Pretty good. And then I got back to work on
Dude,
Mustard Manor.
I got into like a 1-hour war of Uno with Bryce yesterday. Dude, he used the custom draw card. I'm gonna say this: don't use the custom draw cards if you don't like draw 7s or draw 8s, because oh my God, the game goes on forever. Just don't. Unless you want to like see the end of the universe, like all the stars flicker out and die, I would suggest you just don't use that type of cards, because holy hell, it's awful. It's literally pain.
In another triangle light pattern to add depth to the front here. It also made this thing far higher, and this thing was massive. It made me worried about how long the roof was going to be, and how long it was going to take to get all of the supplies to build the roof. But you know what? Mustard Manor must be the best. The next stage was to build the side balcony. So I started by raising the oak logs up even higher. Again, I'm breaking my legs in the process. Next, there were the horizontal spruce logs, followed by oak logs, followed by the upside down stairs to make the shape better. Then I added some dirt under the windows again to make flower boxes that I need staircases up to get the grass to spread. And then I broke more legs and made more horizontal oak logs as I built up the wall higher. Then I continued this pattern on of breaking my legs and putting horizontal blocks onto the back side of the manor. Back to work on the manor the next day, working on the balcony of the tall back wall. I was using spruce slabs and spruce trapdoors as floorboards. Another thing I've learned here is how useful spruce trapdoors are for building. The next day in the morning, from my tower, you can see how big this thing was. It was pretty good. It looked, you know what, I think it was pretty good. I was only getting started here though. You know what I didn't like? Those floating leaves. Just kind of, no one wants to see those things. Anyways, there was another day of building. This time raising up oak logs on the back wall even higher. Just getting those things nice, and I'm making arches and adding flower boxes. I was a man who was working.
By the way, I'm still hearing that. Just been hearing people puke now for like 20 hours. You're watching the video, you don't... Maybe that gets cut out. Yeah, not for me. No, I'm trying to build a house, I just constantly hear that behind me. Sitting in my office right now. Trying to build my Minecraft house, listen to people puke. Good. Yeah, there's more. I'm pulling out my notepad right now to write this down. Kind of hacking stuff up.
I cut down the trees the next day. I planted. I was hoping to get some apples, and I didn't. So I went back out into the woods, and I found one, and cut it down, and I got an apple, thankfully. I got more wood. I came back, and I worked on the manor more. And the same thing for day 54. It was more work on the manor. I set up 3 small balconies on the front side of the structure, and you know, it looked pretty good. I also added lanterns to them, which was a nice permanent light source. Right now, the torches, how they burn out, it starts to become a bit of a problem, but using these torches worry about them going out in the middle of the night. Having problems. This is good. To make lanterns, you need fixed torches though. I can't just take the torches that I light myself. I need to find lit torches in the world. So that's, I only had a limited number of these things. The next phase of building though was the chimney. I had to build this thing up nice and high with stone bricks. I continued working on it the next day, and when I got to the top, I used stone stairs, slabs, stone walls, and on top of it, hay bales. Yeah, I've never known why people use hay bales on the top of a chimney. I see this a lot. How can we use the hay bales here? Everyone does this. You can't see them from the ground, but for some reason, I don't know, I just did it because that's what the guides would do. At the time, I only had 2 campfires though, so for now, it's kind of a half-lit chimney. But I made more in my tower. The next day, I put the rest of the campfires in the chimney, and then I started the next phase, which was the part I was most excited for, the tower. A man loves a nice big tower, right? You get a tower on your base, you're just feeling good. I don't know if you know this by now, but I always try to make a tower, and this one is going to be the best looking one that I can't say that I made. I mean, I did make it, but I did not come up with a design of it, so I was excited to make. What am I saying right now? Get back to the script. I started building this thing up high using stone bricks and cracked stone bricks to give it a little bit of texture. And when I got to the top, I started making the frame larger, so it was just one big square.
Wait, type 4 in the comments if that scared you. What am I saying? It's so stupid. Oh, I'm typing 4 right now.
I kept working on the tower the following day, filling it in with more and more stone bricks. It got a little bit more complicated at the top when I needed to use upside down stairs, full blocks and walls.
You're back anyway, God darn, I need to clean up here.
After I finished that part, it looked very good. Finally, it was time to start tackling the part that I was most dreading, the roof. I never liked doing roofs. It is. I'm a man who falls off this sort of stuff, so I'm going to risk my life every time I work on one of these things. But to do the roof, I was going to need deep slate. And since this is version 1.12, there is no deep slate in this version of Minecraft. So I needed to figure out how I was going to get deep slate in a version of Minecraft where it doesn't exist. So I'll tell you what I did. I downloaded a mod.
Do not buy solar panels if you live in Illinois. Americans living in zip codes starting with 60, 61, and 62 are being paid.
A new mod that adds it to the world. And in order to find it in the world, I was going to have to go to a chunk that I hadn't explored yet. So that was my plan, to just go start finding unexplored chunks and look for deep slate at the bottom of the, I don't know, at a deep coordinate. So I gathered my stuff, I grabbed I prepared a golden apple just in case I got bit, and I got ready to leave.
Looking good. Just needs a roof badly.
I set sail until I couldn't sail anymore, then I climbed a hill and I slept in a forest. In the morning I kept exploring, I found a beach, dug up a ton of sand, which while I was here because I was going to need this eventually, and then I kept going. I figured while I was all the way out here, I may as well just kind of look around, so that's what I did.
What is going on here? Doesn't look safe, does it? My man's a sheep, guess what? You're gonna go figure out what's going on down there. Oh my, I'm stuck. Okay. Oh. Hey, it's going down. What is going on down here? There's just zombies down here. Got 5 people down here.
I found a nice spot and started digging down until I hit deep slate, and with that it was time to fill my inventory. I spent the entire day and night mining deep slate and stacking it in a double chest. It was a plague spread night, but you know, I was a man underground, so it didn't matter. I was mining, completely oblivious to what was going on above me. Everything was going well until I mined into some diamonds, and at that point my priority shifted to I want to get these diamonds. I tried to mine them, and it didn't work. And so I went to the mod page, and I found out that you can only mine deep slate diamonds with a diamond pickaxe. But at the time, I could not use a diamond pickaxe because my skill wasn't high enough. So with that, my focus shifted entirely to leveling up my skills so that I could use a diamond pickaxe. And not only that, but I didn't even have a diamond pickaxe at the time. So I wasn't high enough level, and I didn't even have But I was very close. I was level 15, so one more level and I could use a diamond pickaxe. And I was sure I could find diamonds, regular diamonds, not deep slate diamonds, regular diamonds somewhere down here. So my priority became getting a diamond pickaxe, because if I had a diamond pickaxe, I could mine this deep slate way faster. Now just to reiterate, you might see that my level is higher than 16. That's my Minecraft level. I don't know how to explain this. This doesn't even make sense to me. I need to get my Minecraft level up to level 18 so that I can get my mining level up to 16. Yeah, and I also need, I already explained this. I don't know if I wrote that on my script twice. So the next day, day 62, I got out of the deep slate area and started looking for diamonds.
Right there. One of those emeralds. Did I just get infected?
Yep.
I carefully went and got the diamonds. It was a hassle because there was a whole bunch of stuff going on here. I had to build a bridge, climb down, cut the bridge off so that the zombies wouldn't come up behind me. I mean, plague citizens. But there was what am I saying now? I got diamonds to make the pickaxe. That was one part of the equation taken care of. The next part was I needed XP, so I mined to an opening, and I started just waiting for plagued citizens to come. And only a few spawned, so I mined and smelted some stuff, and I got 18 levels. And then I cashed it in and got to level 16 mining, and boom, I was finally able to use a diamond pickaxe. Now that's very easy to explain, but in reality that was very stressful and took me a while to do all of that. Originally found that I slept. But here's the thing. I already had quite a bit of deep slate, enough that it was going to take me more than one trip to get it all back to my house. And considering that I was pretty far from where the mansion was, I figured I would just do one of the trips now and come back and do the rest of the mining later. So I packed up a bunch of deep slate, climbed out of the mine, and started walking home. And I saw some very weird things on my way back.
Why do they all have eggs? They're all carrying eggs. Well, they all got eggs. What are all these eggs?
I made it home by nightfall, but when I got there, I realized that I had left my bed in the cave, which led me to decide to spend the night killing plagued citizens. I gotta find a different word for it. Killing plagued people. And yeah, doing that didn't end up so well for me.
What is that thing?
Zombie villager.
Oh my. No. I don't have an apple. I don't have an apple. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Maybe I do have one. Apple. There. No apple. No apple. No apple. I gotta go.
So here I was again, scrambling to find a basic item in a short amount of time with the risk of losing everything. Come on, apple, 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 apple. Apple. Apple.
As you're watching this, some of the last old growth trees and rainforests across British Columbia.
Because they're old.
I'm gonna get this matter. Already infected. Okay.
Hey! All that could have been avoided if I had just brought my bed back with me, and now I was a man down to 8 gold. That's good. I'm really happy about that. I enchanted my diamond pickaxe with the efficiency 3 book that I had found. I forget where, somewhere. I don't know. I think it was in that dungeon before. And boom! Well, I was ready to get a ton of deep slate. So I started running back, but on my way back, I got distracted when I found a house in the woods.
Oh! Look at this. The 15th version of this house I found. Straight up to the chest up here, what do we got?
Yeah, when you first pour concrete, it's hot.
Are you kidding me? That's actually annoying. You might think that's a good thing. I'll tell you why it's annoying. Think about everything I just went through. Trying to get that diamond pickaxe. Getting infected, essentially twice. There's one right there.
And then I made it back to the cave. I was finally ready to mine. But for some reason, I slept. And in the morning, I just left. Spent the entire day running home. So all of that work to get a nice, fast pickaxe, I just didn't use it, alright? So that's good. Love that. The mind of a man who can. Anyway, so that night I made some lanterns and I set them up around the mansion because sooner or later, the plague are going to start getting inside of here. Day 66, I was back to working on the tower. It was very annoying having to tower up with dirt every single time. And I suppose I could have made some sort of ladder or something on the side to speed this whole thing up. But no, I'm an idiot and I didn't do that. But it was nice watching my man in the video fly around in creative, putting an unlimited amount of blocks down while I was struggling there. You know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. I built a water tower to make this faster, but I still don't know how to properly swim in 1.12. So I don't know if it made it any faster, to be honest. It was just a very slow process going up and down But I got back to building, and the next phase was to get some oak log supports up for the roof. Then do some cross beams. So I did all that. Added some stairs to add an arc. You know, it was starting to look pretty good.
Dude, you know what sucks? I'm so mad at this. Chase just announced that they're no longer ordering coins for customers anymore. Bruh. Bruh. Oh. What? Yes, I know. No, they require shovels. I saw that. I've seen it.
It was not that interesting of a day. I don't even know why I have it in the script here. I just worked on the tower more, and I think I have a stomach ache in real life at this point because I had ate some cheese. I'm lactose. What am I writing in the script? There's literally zero reason to put that in the... Anyways.
Like I can hear the outer fringes of chaos being spewed about. What are they doing? What? Hey, what? From Oh, I thought about to say like some Elsa Gate stuff because that stuff's pretty weird. I've never seen it. Elsa. Yeah, bruh. If I watch that for entertainment, please, you just have to put me down at that point. I'm far gone. Like, what's he watching? Let me see. Penguin. I like how I searched penguins. I accidentally forgot to search up the rest of penguins easier. I just came up with normal penguins. Skibidi toilet. I think I saw this video get posted. What is Skibidi? The greatest toilet moment of all time.
There's an expression, you're only as old as you feel. And I gotta tell you, I'm feeling octogenarian recently. The biggest content online undoubtedly has been like TikTok style content, like short, bite-sized pieces of either trends, challenges, or goofy dances, all of which I'm not really a fan of and I don't really understand. Nowadays, a lot of headlines leave me scratching my head, trying to even decipher if what I even read was English or even a human language to begin with. I swear to God, there's just like a new thing every day that it goes right over my head. It makes no sense to me. Like, did you squeak today? Turns out 9 out of 10 millennials don't even know how to glorp. Don't be a lame-o. Well, lame-o I'd understand, but all the other words in there, it sounds like it's out of a fucking Rick and Morty sketch. Like, I don't get it. So like I have to like research things that are popular these days in order to like not feel completely left out in the dark. I'm actually starting to feel what it was like to be a parent during the rise of the internet and your kids like telling you, you know, trendy things going on online, such as like 4chan with pools closed due to AIDS, and you don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, what's
I love pools closed due to AIDS. That means.
Long-winded explanation to come to what I actually want to.
If you don't know, pools closed to AIDS. It had this guy with an afro and a not black, but a gray suit, and it said pools closed to AIDS. I don't know why. And people started going up to actual pools and impersonating pool managers and telling people that their pools were close to AIDS. It's so stupid.
There was something I really didn't understand a few days ago that blew up on Twitter with Skibidi Toilet. That made no sense to me. I didn't know what that was. It sounded like some kind of like bootleg toilet or something. But apparently it was is a huge YouTube trend. Pools closed due to AIDS, and you don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, what's Habbo Hotel? What's going on? I'm reaching that point. But long-winded explanation to come to what I actually want to talk about today. There was something I really didn't understand a few days ago that blew up on Twitter with Skibidi Toilet. That made no sense to me. I didn't know what that was. It sounded like some kind of.
That is like straight up nightmare fuel for little kids.
Is a huge YouTube trend, a huge branch of YouTube content. So
Or wait, is it on the kids app or he could, I don't know, just do better parenting skills shoot him? I don't know. How about you actually parent your kids or something?
And it's a series of Gmod shitposts that are getting like 20 million views a day per video. The channel DaFuck Boom is a classic like Gmod shitposter, and over the last month he has gained over 2.9 billion views, over 7.2 million
That
subs,
is a lot of
and
views.
every month now for the last couple months is getting at
Holy.
least 2 million views. He is blowing up all because of Skibidi Toilet. And that's the gift that keeps on giving. Because everyone's suckling from that milky bosom of Skibidi Toilet. Because anyone that's making content around Skibidi Toilet, such as like, here's what you didn't understand about Skibidi Toilet number 33. Hidden moments of Skibidi Toilet number 41. Is this the end of Skibidi Toilet Cameraman in episode 42? Like all kinds of like speculative like game theory Skibidi Toilet videos are also getting tens of millions of views every day. This is probably the biggest branch of content I've seen since Minecraft first blew up, and maybe even bigger than Roblox. Like, it's crazy how huge Skibidi Toilet is. It's got the Midas touch. If you just put that in your title, you're guaranteed success. So I went over it a little bit more on stream for anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, but I imagine most of you have heard it by now. It is big with children. It's content that is primarily being consumed by the younger generation, which is why a lot of people, you know, around our age here in the retirement home haven't heard of Skibidi Toilet, but I want to put it on the front of your radar, because for the first time in a long time, this is popular content geared towards younger viewers that I actually feel is dog shit. Whereas most of them I think is just actual trash. This one I think is pretty entertaining.
I officially want to die. Just end me. And I want to, but I'm not going to contaminate my beautiful search results. I'll stick to the catcher shit post. Thank you very much.
I still didn't watch the latest Skibidi Toilet. I can't wait. This is one of like the biggest phenomenons I've ever seen on YouTube. So I really wanted to talk about this because I think it was
my reaction is, has our entertainment value sunk in this low?
Never even heard of this, and it was Skibidi Toilet. And I thought it was one of those memes where it's like, oh, you're so old you probably don't even know what Baby Gronk rizzes up Libby Dunn becoming the new Drip King even means. These words don't have meaning to you, I bet. And I thought it was just gonna be fake. But no, it turns out this Skibidi Toilet thing is unbelievably massive. Like, super huge. Look at these views. 21 hours ago, 14 million. And what's crazy is I recognize this channel from a long time ago. They struck gold with Skibidi Toilet.
Okay. Okay, okay. My opinion, like it's pretty average to get like for a YouTuber like Charlie. For example, let's see. This video is like 17 hours, 1 million. That's really good. 14 million views in just an hour. Holy God, that is a lot of views. Like I've seen lots of views, that is a ton of views. Like this isn't like this literally would like put any yeah, like holy Christ. I don't even know how it gets that many views. That's actually surprising. There's few things I wake up to and get surprised over. This is one of them. I don't get it. Like, why do people like this? Like, there are things more stupider than this. Or things that are less stupid. They get less views.
Every episode, well over 20 million views, pretty much. Like, it's unreal. And it's the gift that gives to the whole community. Like, you got the whole middle school lunch table spitting milk out of their nose with it. So all of these YouTube shorts are like digging into the lore. So they're like, it's actually the deepest lore ever. This is on par with, you know, some of Tolkien's best work.
An extreme experience.
Oh my God, his name is Kenny. Yes! Oh my God, you bastards! They killed Kenny! I'm building a house. Oh my God, that is... Bruh. Okay, hold on, I can reinvent that title. Do not order Skibidi Toilet Happy Meal at 3 a.m. Grimace came and absolutely murdered my family at 3 a.m. Gone wrong. Police called. Not clickbait. Bruh. Skibidi Toilet and Grimace. I'm talking to a dude off camera. Well, I better go take my dad's .22 pistol and hoard it downstairs. I don't want that Skibidi Toilet. No, where I got this, guys. I got one of those. That's illegal in Ireland, by the way. You can't have flip knives. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't just hear anything on your... I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear anything that I just heard from your screen. You know? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look it up my phone. Alright, sorry, Shim. I have to look at this premium content. This like Leonardo da Vinci, okay? Because I always browse privately on my phone. That way What the hell? What the hell? I hate that. It says season 1 full screen. It's got 16 million views. It's a month old. This guy has 19 mil sub. This guy has 19 million subs. Holy Christ. You know what? I've entered purgatory. Cleanse me. Cleanse me. Cleanse me. Okay, maybe dropping pennies on a desk that's made of glass isn't the best idea. He's just not a dollar coin. Like a Morgan dollar. That weirds me out. Like, bro, I barely get weirded out of anything. Like, I've seen some absolute horror. Okay, so, like, I barely get weirded out. It's not that I'm, like, scared straight or anything, But it's like, I don't like that. Like, I'd rather have my mom come in me watching Barbie than have that playing. Bruh. Okay, when it comes down to Skibidi and the Barbie movie, I'm easily going to theaters, dog. Bruh. No. Kill me. Remember, guys. Okay, guys, I want you to put this in perspective. I am a 18-year-old literal autist, literally streaming for like 5 hours a day, and then you see, and I get literally butt f nothing. Like my stream looks like a bomb scare or like a political rally because there's nobody there. Meanwhile, you got this guy. I don't even want to hate him either. I mean, like, he found something that works. I'm just saying. I'm just saying he's questionable. But what? I mean, hey, he played a stupid game and won a not stupid prize, so I guess, how can I hate him? I mean, he's clearly doing better than me. I don't get it.
I've never seen such a lexicon of knowledge here, a cornucopia of little hidden Easter eggs. Like it's mind-boggling how big this is. Like they're putting it on the same level of like Game of Thrones, or rather, Song of Fire and Ice.
Wyatt,
I suppose. Like
back, we have gone from society that valued plays, that valued good videos. We literally value a head talking in a toilet, singing awful ass song. We've devolved as a species. Hey, Solar Flare. Hey, Solar Flare, can you wipe out half our electrical grid? I think it's time for us to go now. Yeah, I think... Oh my god. Fentanyl is like this drug that they put in other stuff, and it's a pretty powerful drug. It's kind of actually a big problem. Fentanyl contamination is very bad because it's a drug. Actually, here's my... Okay, it sounds stupid, but hear me out. Here's why I hate things like drug programs. Is that they say, oh, drugs are bad. However, what they need to say is non-prescription drugs are bad. Drug is a material, like a chemical, that is used to stimulate an effect in the body, such as, it could be simple as Tylenol, or as complex as, like insulin. Maybe insulin. I don't know if you can consider insulin as a drug, but anything that like literally can cure headaches to literally curing a disease. Now, it is good to know that there are bad drugs. These are called, I know their name, I'm just stupid, I can't remember them. There are drugs like meth, there is cocaine, there is ecstasy, there's also, there's these big drugs. These are called, these are illegal drugs. These are controlled substances. And YouTube, don't ban me. I'm trying to get the difference. But you have Dare out here saying, oh, all drugs are bad. Okay, first of all, if you don't know me, I'm diagnosed with ADHD. And to focus, it can be very hard. I can't sit still. It sucks. It's annoying. So to mitigate that, I have to take methylphenidate. Not methylphenidine, methylphenidate. Although very closely related to meth, it's actually very much different. It's a complete different drug. And it is legal. It's a prescription drug, and it helps me to keep still. Either that or my guanfacine. I don't know my drugs are. But those are prescription drugs. But when I get off of my ADHD pills, my brain gets cooked because I cannot stay awake at all. Yeah, and you have the good drugs. You have Tylenol, you have Advil, you've got, yeah, that's also a drug. You also have things like Pepto-Bismol, Xanax, and stuff. However, what they should teach you is that if you consume way too much of this stuff, you can effing die. As the case of the Benadryl challenge. People literally started ODing on Benadryl. and killing themselves on accident because it was an internet challenge. Tylenol is a pretty useful pill. However, you should know that if you consume way too much of it, you will overdose and die. It is a pretty serious thing. And that's what they don't teach you in school. Now, am I saying, oh, go do that? No, stay away from meth. That stuff is bad. That's bad. Because here's the thing. Once you hit coke or meth once, you're hooked and you're done. You're going to keep scrambling to get more and more of your fix. Because what meth does and coke does is it releases a thing called dopamine. And dopamine can be released in the brain in multiple ways. It can be released during satisfaction. So, for example, when you post a video and you get views and you get happy, that's dopamine releasing in your brain. And that's stimulating satisfaction. Now, this can be really good. However, when you use drugs to stimulate this, this is not good because they stimulate dopamine emissions. However, the problem is that they destroy your brain and they start destroying and attacking your body because these are like synthetic drugs. These aren't supposed to be consumed by people, yet they do. And what happens is once you get addicted, remember, like these street drugs are not that cheap, so you have to keep buying. So basically, a lot of the homeless people, or a few of the homeless people at least, the problem is they keep buying these drugs. I'm not saying it's for all homeless people, but for some of them, they keep buying and buying, and they can't stop, and they go broke because of them. And it's sad. It sucks to see. So, yeah. Now that's why. And Dara's kind of annoying, dude. Like, okay, we get it. I'm not gonna overdose on drugs. You think I'm stupid?
With as well. Someone made a great point on Twitter that no matter how much the internet changes, no matter how much humanity evolves, somehow there's something embedded deep in our DNA that has us gravitate towards Gmod content. Because this is just like old YouTube poops, this is just like old Gmod shitposts, and it's huge, all the same. So I am actually, like, this is the first time in a long time where I've been happy that something that I was completely oblivious to, that's big with children, I think is actually good content. Like, Skibidi Toilet, I think, is fine. Like, it is very reminiscent of, like, old YouTube poop culture and all of that. So it's cool. It's like getting back to the grassroots. The world is resetting. Maybe finally the internet's beginning to heal. Because again, like, look at this. Like, just scrolling down a second. Skibidi Toilet, 48 secrets, and there's like 1,000 of these videos. Like, anything that even has Skibidi Toilet in it is an actual glitch in the YouTube ecosystem that guarantees you at least 1 million views. Anything Skibidi Toilet. It's a cheat code right now. Like, look at this Skibidi Toilet origin story. Like,
What the heck?
They have been blessed with Skibidi Toilet. What the fuck is this? Play one of the videos? I don't know if I can. I think it's copyrighted music. But it uses basically that old viral TikTok song. It's like this generation's fucking crazy frog. Fine, I'll play it real quick. Let me do like one of the first ones. Probably this one would be the best one.
That's the one I watched. What the hell?
So this. It uses that, and it does like a bunch of wacky things, and it evolves and grew into like a...
Elites, now that we've made travel so
I like how as I get this weird stuff, I get the ad of kayak where there's a bunch of dolphin creature things meeting in a golf course. Oh, kill me now.
It takes strength, it takes stamina, tremendous will.
Okay, I don't watch a whole lot of movies. I just like
Got
animated
giant
stuff.
fucking war between Skibidi Toilet, the cameraman, Mr. Ass Blast or some shit. I don't know. It's got like layers to the narrative now, all stemming from that. It's literally old Gmod shitpost content, but blowing up in 2023. 2023 years after the death of our Lord, and we are still appreciating Gmod content. I just find that to be poetic and wholesome almost. our species peaked with good shitposts. Why move from that? We did. For a while, we were straying from the light of God with like TikTok garbage content, like dumb challenges and dumb dances. But now, Skibbity Toilet's the new hotness. We're back. I'm gonna be honest. I think we're starting to get back to where it all began. We've got Skibbity Toilet, which is fucking huge. Gmod shitpost classics. And now we had that guy narrowing his butthole, like bare asshole.
What?
Views on that. We're coming back.
What?
A flip has switched somewhere along the space-time continuum, maybe after we discovered all those gravitational waves. But things are starting to fall into place again. It's feeling pretty good. How long until MySpace profile songs make a comeback? Oh, I'm telling you, give it 3 months. I bet Threads is going to make a thing where you can make a song autoplay on your Threads profile. I feel like we're like going back in YouTube or in internet history. Give it a couple months, and then you'll be able to do your top 8s again on Threads, where you can organize your top 8 follower friends on your homepage or some shit. What was your MySpace account name? It was just my name, Charlie. I had a website, a Pixo website. I've talked about this before. It was coldflames.pixo.com, where I used to talk a little bit about RuneScape, but I also posted a lot of like music on there from bands I liked, and unfortunately at the time my favorite band was Lost Prophets. So I had like Last Train Home or something playing on the homepage, and then I had an entire section dedicated to Rooftops from Lost Prophets. And then it turns out that the lead singer of that was one of the biggest pedophiles in the music industry's history. So that website didn't age very well.
You wanna play Churian?
Breakouts being arrested, 3 extremely messy breakups.
Oh. After this house, I have to build 3 more. And I'm done with the suburban neighborhood. There's a bunch of houses, I like it. I think I don't like the pushback. I want to get this done. Maybe I can get the city done like August. Yeah, I'd say I'm gonna take a break. Bye, guys.